So now what we got to do is the fitting where the water comes out broke, and so I glued a new fitting on this pipe right here. This pipe is going to go right into here, right where that old fitting is. So let's get this old fitting out. And we're gonna screw this new fitting in here. I'm not gonna use any Teflon tape, it really doesn't need it. The last time I did this, I had a little bit of difficulty getting it started. It's probably going to be the same way. There we go, it started now. And looks like the glue that I tried to put on here didn't hold. I tried to use this stuff called goop. It's supposed to be a plumbing glue. It's basically rubber cement. But it looks like that stuff didn't hold, so I'm gonna go ahead and tighten up that fitting, and then we're gonna use this. We're gonna use this strap to hold it right now until I get some actual plumber's primer and glue. I'm going to put this little rag on here to try to protect this PVC while I'm tightening it down. Alright, that's pretty tight right there. I'm going to clean a little bit of this glue out that was left over from when I glued that pipe together. And then I'll stick the pipe in there. Eventually I'm going to get some galvanized pipe for this setup, but this is what was on it before, and this is what I'm going to use for now until I get something else. Alright guys, here's the moment of truth. Let's see if this baby's gonna pump some water. Just gotta undo that lever right there. Wind this back. And that opens the vein up there. I like to keep a little bit of tension on this chain. It's spinning now. Rod's going up and down. And we got water. Now, the more it pumps, the more water it will start pumping out of here. But it's bringing the water up It didn't take long for it to start pumping water, but the more water it brings up, the more it'll pump out once it gets to full flow. And of course, that's depending on the wind. The wind just died, so of course the windmill ain't spinning. So with that, we're gonna head back to the house. Heather's got Father's Day lunch for me, and her and the kids are waiting, so we better get back. I'll give you a little more video on this when we get back. We'll get this tank cleaned out, get it filled up, get these cattle in this paddock so that they can get some fresh water. They've been drinking out of the creek, but we haven't had any rain for a good 3 weeks, and it's 100 degrees out here, so they need some fresh water. The reason why I'm filling up this 5-gallon bucket is because I've got the bulls on the other side of the pasture, and I set up a stock tank for them as well. So we're gonna fill this stock tank, this little stock tank here, with water with the 5-gallon bucket. Yeah, we're gonna fill it till it's about probably half full, because it's gonna be splashing around in the truck when we drive it down there. But we're gonna get these bulls some fresh water too. They're not gonna need quite as much water as the cows, you know, so, you know, if they've got about, that stock tank that they've got, that I set up for them, is 75 gallons. But as long as they've got about, you know, 40 to 50 gallons at all times, that should be plenty for them. It's just them 2 bulls. So, you know, we probably won't have to fill it up every day once we get it all full, that 75-gallon tank. But maybe every other day we'll have to bucket some water down to them. And, you know, that'll get them by until we turn those bulls out with our cows. So we're gonna be turning those bulls out the first week in July. We should get some middle to late April calves. And we'll probably have some May calves in there too, but that's okay. Time to dump that bucket. I had to take some time and clean this stock tank out. It just had a bunch of dirt and grime built up in it from sitting so long with, you know, without any clean water in it. It had rainwater in it and, you know, just dirt blowing in it and stuff. So I had let the water run for a while in it. Then I cleaned it all back out. And now we're filling that up again. And we're filling up this water for the bulls. We don't have a super strong wind today. You can see it ain't running all that fast. But it's running enough to where when it gets this tank full, it'll be able to keep up with the cows' needs. But on a windy day, boy, that pump will really be going. And you can see it's kind of pumping this water out kind of slow right now. When that windmill gets to going fast, you know, on a good 20-mile-an-hour wind day, it'll just pump, 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 and it'll be, you know, coming out way faster than that. And, you know, way more often. You can see it takes a little bit during each pump to cycle through. And when the wind's blowing fast, there we got a good gust of wind. You can see it picks up. See how much faster it picks up. It's overshooting our bucket. All right, that's good enough. Let's dump that bucket in there.